Oof. And I'm really not sure if we're good to go or I need to set something else up. But hey, welcome back. My name is Andy, and today we're going to talk about some things that seemingly nobody else is talking about. Just a second, I gotta dress down, came back from walking the dog and did a few video shots for you guys. Whew. Winter is like seemingly doing its job right now in Hungary, because so far it's been like, oh wow, it's winter, 5 degrees Celsius or 10 degrees Celsius, no snow, nothing froze. Like, I don't know, 10 years ago? Ooh, you should have seen the winters 10 years ago. It was like minus 20 Celsius degrees. Like, not some imperial stuff. It's metric. Anyways, the things that nobody is talking about in regards of this little camera I'm using right now is the video specs. Okay, a little bit of background. I'm using cameras primarily for photo, and secondly, I can't English today, so just understand. So I'm doing these little videos too. For photo, I need a few things, and I know what I need. X-pro2 kind of checks out all the little boxes, plus a few extras I've never asked for, but hey, they're welcome. And for video, I'm really not asking for much. Like good head tracking and autofocus, so I can talk to you guys. I've searched for these videos, okay? When I set my eyes on the X-pro2, I searched for, these all-around tests that like DP Review are doing, or I don't even know too many people like DP Review. Like they check each and every camera for every spec, so that's great. If you want to know more about your camera or the camera you're going to buy next, I highly recommend you checking out DP Review TV, I guess. Yeah, they're doing a good job. So anyways, nobody made a video focusing on the video specs. And I know this is a photo first camera, but video is in here too. And I mean, the X-pro2 does a good job with video, like a really good job. So this is my third, I think, or second video I'm doing with the X-pro2, only with the X-pro2. And I'm just really amazed how this photo first camera performs as a little video camera. The downsides, let's start with the negatives and then I'll go with the positives, because I like to end these stuff like always positive. So the negatives are the autofocus. While it's good, it does its job, it certainly is not perfect. And the main thing that just struck me is that you can't really tell the autofocus to, hey, focus here or there or whatever, because you just start your video and it's gonna do what it does. The mode I'm using right now is wide/tracking, so that I think the autofocus performs in video and photo both best at that setting. I don't really use the other two modes because I don't know, I don't. But you have the joystick on the back, and it should be, or it is, I think, intuitive to use the joystick, select an AF point and tell the camera that, hey, focus here. Well, this has really no point because it's going to be focusing wherever. Anyways, you can't do that. Second thing, which is I think the second most detrimental thing about the video on this camera, is that there is no stabilization at all. So walking around shots, you can forget about that unless you're in a gimbal. But for gimbal work outside, I wouldn't really choose this camera, except if you're manual focusing, which means you have an assistant who's pulling focus wirelessly. That means kind of any camera you can use. So yeah, explains itself. I think I'm not gonna take it out as a main vlog camera. I've tested the phone, and the footage coming out of it looks okay-ish. The last video, that chromatic aberration, that was tasty. But anyways, instead of me just talking about this stuff, I'm gonna show you a bunch of clips. These are random, not organized at all, and you can decide yourself if you like this camera for video, or if it's even enough for you, or you need something else, something more advanced, something with more tech inside. By the way, it can do slow-mo, slow-ish, mo-ish stuff with 60p or 50 in 1080. Yeah, so let's go. I think how these videos came is that you've seen the dog. I've got a dog. He's really nice and he needs to walk from time to time. So this morning we decided to go down to the dog park. We haven't been there for like 2 days. I don't really know why. I guess it's just a time thing. I didn't really have time to spend in the dog park. You know, there are always people there. They're friendly. I love them. But if you start to talk to somebody, they're just like keep going and going and going and going and going. And by the time you're finished, it's like 2 hours passed and you know the whole person's whole life story. That came out really well. So we went to the dog park. I did a few of these shots, a few shots walking to the dog park. I saw some cool light. I tried to manual focus it. Later on in the video, we're gonna do some autofocus video, autofocus outside, because in these studio settings, I think it's perfectly fine. Outside, it could be better. Maybe it's a lens thing. Maybe it's the algorithm. I don't know. I'm using the Viltrox 23mm f1.4, by the way. And in regards of the 4K, you're watching it right now. This is 4K footage, 200 megabits per second. This is the footage that comes out of the X-pro2. I think it's gorgeous, but I mean, decide for yourself. I can just repeat myself because everybody's needs are different. I understand that. What I can tell you, this camera for these little talking head studio, like, this is not really a studio, it's just a living room, but you get a point. In controlled environments, this camera performs really good with autofocus. Outside, what the hell? Outside could be better. Maybe it's the lens, but I would recommend you using manual focus and you know, set it to peaking or digital split or whatever you want, whatever you like. So let's wrap this video up. My thoughts about the video performance of this camera in these controlled studio-like, well, this is not a studio, this is the living room, but these studio-like controlled environments, you can get away just fine with the autofocus. It performs well. Outside, could be better, but I'm not complaining. If you like what I'm doing, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's down there, or I don't even know which side is it for you. And I want to take my time and thank you guys who have seen my previous 2 videos. Like, the X-pro2 first impressions is almost at 400 now, which is crazy. To me, that's a lot of people, and so many of you care about what I want to say. That makes me really happy, and yeah, thank you. Let's keep going. Let's see how many views we can get on that one, because I'm really interested. And also, I recommend you check out my other videos, because you know, I do all kinds of helpful stuff if you are interested. And leave a like and leave a comment, and just have an amazing day. See you.